What is up, boys and girls, and welcome back to another tutorial here on my channel. I'm really excited today because it's 2021 and I hope this is going to be a better year. And I wish you all a happy new year, and I hope this year is going to be going well for you as well. So, happy new year, guys, boys and girls. Um yeah, so let's just jump right into it. And just a quick note, I have a Patreon down in the description, so if you would like to support me, you're able to do that now. It's $2 and 50 cents a month for all my project files and everything else. Full support from me. You can ask me on whatever you want. I will help you with everything I can. Um, okay, let's start. So today we're going to be making a pipe, like an abstract pipe render with some nice lighting and some metal. It's gonna be really nice. It's also really freaking easy, which I didn't expect it to be. Um, like I thought I would make some pipes, and I looked up some tutorials, and some of them were actually like really complicated. And then there was one guy that did it fairly easy, and I just want to bring this to you guys into Octane, so you can also create this in Octane, this effect, get a put these pipes to use, and yeah. So let's start. It's easy. So let's start by just creating a plane. That's a cube. Creating a plane and going to top view. You can go into top view by clicking this little Z right here, the blue one, up in the gimbal. Just press it, and boom, you'll be put into top view. Now, what we'll do is press tab to go into edit mode, and we'll just select these vertices right here, these ones, and press delete vertices. Now we just have this single little vertice here that we're going to move in the middle right here. So we select it and press G to move it in the middle, and you'll see it will be really hard to get it exactly on center. So what we can do to fix that is we can turn on snap. And that is pretty easy. You can press shift and tab to turn on snap, or you can just go up here to the little magnet and click it. But I like to use shortcuts more, so that just makes your workflow faster. I would also recommend getting into shortcuts, not just going over here and clicking all these things all the time, because it really slows you down. So just press shift tab, enable snapping, and then press select the vertex and press G to move it, and you'll see it will snap to these little grids now. So just snap it in the middle, boom. It's exactly on the middle now. And now we can actually get into modeling this pipe. So still in edit mode right here, still in edit mode and still in our plane. What we can do is we can start extruding this single point, this single vertex. So by how to extrude, it's really easy. You just press E for extrude, and move your cursor in the direction you want to extrude in. So you press E, and then you move it, and you see there is a little vertex, another vertex that is going to pop up. And you can move it into any direction. And I'll just move it here. Here, for example, I'll move it up. For example, this is going to be where your pipe is going to go along. So just put these, make these look however you want. Be creative. I'll just do something random here. And just like that, down maybe, then one closer, and then one like this again. So here we go. Now we have some kind of pipes, and if we would map our pipe onto this, I'll go into that later. So if we would map it onto it now, the pipe would have really sharp edges, and that would just look stupid. In case you're going for it, sure, go for it. I don't know how it looks. I haven't tested it yet. I've always used Bevel, and beveling is really easy. So still in edit mode, we can press A to select everything, and then press Control Shift and B to bevel. So now we can move our mouse, and you'll see it will start beveling. And if you just move it too far, it'll just go crazy. And sorry. So you see, if we just pull it, you see it will bevel. But if we just put this in, it just looks really rough, and it just doesn't look good. So what we can do to fix that is we can just bevel again here, and we can scroll to add more corners, more edges. So I usually go for 1, 2, 3, 3 scrolls, or even 4. And then I put it like right here, maybe like this. Yeah, that's a good bevel. Okay, so right here. Why didn't that corner right there bevel? That is weird. Maybe I had overlapping. Yeah, I probably had overlapping faces here, so I can just go delete the vertice. And if that happened to you, what you can do to fix it is just you can go in and delete that edge, go to vertices and delete that edge. And now up here, what you can do is you can turn on auto merge vertices, and you just go back and extrude this one again. So you go here, press E, extrude it over to this one, and boom, you see they're now be connected like they should be. So press A again to select everything, and then bevel, and there we go. Still has the scrolls saved, and then we just bevel it like this, and you see it's fixed. Okay, so now with this beveled, you can press tab to exit our edit mode and make this into a usable curve that we can actually use for the pipe. So press tab to exit edit mode, and then you go up to object, convert to, and then curve from mesh or text. Click on it, and it will convert it to a curve. You can see that it converted to a curve because it said convert to down here. So that's how you see that it worked. Or you just look at the logo. The mesh is a little triangle, and the curve is this curve. Okay, so yeah. Now that we have this as a curve, we can start making our we can start making our pipes. So we just move this aside for now, like that. And then we go into our top view again. Zoom in a bit on the middle right here, and then press Shift A and get a curve, get a circle. You could just make this pipe a circle if you want it, but I'm going to spice it up a bit and add some more shapes so we have some more shapes going. It looks really cool. So what we do is we go here into press tab. If we select our Bezier circle here where we just created, and go tab into edit mode, we can move it around. So press G to move it around, and move it up until it lines up like this. And then what you want to do is you want to press S, hold down Control to snap scale, and then you just scale it down one tab like this, one grid, I don't know, centimeter or whatever that is, I'm not sure. So select the entire thing again, and just Shift D for duplicate, and then you move it over. I'll do the same thing here. Move it over, and we can just we can scale it down again, like that, so it's like half of it, or like this, for example. Scale it down. I didn't scale it uniformly. There we go. And then I can move this up again, for example. Duplicate another one. Move it down there. It's a little bit too big, so let me just fix that. There we go. So move this one up, like that, and then we'll duplicate it and put it here, like that. So we have two pipes going there, one pipe going here, and now I want to add some square pipes because they also look pretty cool. So what we can do is we can just go edit mode and go back to object mode and get ourselves a plane like this. And we can press G on our plane to move it around and just move it right over here like that. And then I want to scale it down by 1 again. You can scale these to whatever you want basically, but I'm just doing this for tutorial's sake. So I'll scale them down by 1, and I'll duplicate it, move it over. And I'll actually go into edit mode on this and bevel this one like that. Bevel it. I'll actually do like this. Looks cool. So like this, and we just tab out of edit mode again and select both of them. Go to object, and we need to convert these to a curve as well. So now we have all these curves here, and what we can do is we can select all the curves and press Ctrl J to to join them, to make them a single curve. And what we're now going to do is we're going to be making... Oh, actually, I made a mistake. What you guys have to do... Oh, actually, oopsie daisy. I made a mistake. So what I did wrong is I did a mistake with the origin point. That's really important. So you want to move them in edit mode, not in this mode right here, because you see the orange point right there? That's the origin point. So if you rotate this would be the center that is rotated around. And we want to have this still be in here. Still be the center, like that. So you press tab, and then you move it. So you see, it stays there. Press S, Control, scale it down by 1. Just exactly the same process here. Duplicate it over. And then bevel this one. Exactly the same process. There we go. And that's it. You can tab out, and now you're done. You can select all of them. Not all of them. Just select these, and then convert them to a curve again. Select all of them, and press Control J. There we go. Now our origin point is in the middle, and we're saved. No problems. So, there we go. Now we have this layout. And these are basically shapes that our pipes are going to be. So, we're going to have a pipe that is this shape, a pipe that is this shape, a pipe that is this shape, and 2 pipes that are going to be next to each other like this. So we can take our curve here, click on it, then go down to our data object properties, and click on geometry, and go down to bevel right here, and click on this object right here, and select our plane 1. You'll see it will go crazy, and it won't look good, but it's really easy to fix. So what we do is we just go and select our setup right here, and we just scale down our setup, and it'll fix our pipes instantly. It'll make them look good. There we go. Pipes fixed. So now you see we have all these pipes. They look really cool, and it was really easy. So we can just go here, and we can just select it, press H to hide it. That's gone. And now we can take this again and move it back into the center. Actually, if I could do it right. There we go. Move it back to the center, and now we have awesome pipes right here. Looks so good. And you might see some... Sorry. You might see some low poly right here, some low poly stuff. It's really easy to fix that. We can just go and add a subdivision surface, but don't put the subdivision surface too high, because it is going to give you lags, which is really annoying. So just go and add a modifier on this and make it a subdivision surface. And put the subdivision surface to 2. And there you go. You'll be fine. You can just right click and click on Shade Smooth, and it'll be smooth. So, yeah, you maybe want to tone it down 1. Like this, so we can still see a little bit of this. Yeah, okay, that looks cool. Now we have all these pipes. And what we do with the pipes is we can just do a render with these, which looks really cool. So, I maybe want to... Just gotta find a good camera position. For example, right here or something. And this right here, it's actually kind of hard finding a good camera position. And I actually think this one is pretty good, and never mind. Looks pretty cool. So, right here, we have some objects that are close to our camera that will give us depth if we enable depth of field. And we have some objects really far away that we can focus on, so we can build some depth in the image, which is important if you just want to go for a cinematic and just a good render setup. So right here we're basically done with our pipes and our camera position. So let's get into texturing. No, actually, before we do that, we gotta add a light to light our texture, to light our environment here. So what we do is we get a light area and get an empty as well. I'm gonna put plain axes, and this empty, I'm going to move it. You can turn off snap now. I'll move it, and that was my phone, sorry. You can move it to right there, for example, where you're gonna focus on, and there. So what you can now do is make the light point towards this empty, so we have a light setup that is focused, like a focus light setup. So you can, that's what you can also do. What you could do is you could focus the light on an empty, and then animate the empty to make the light move or focus on it or move around with it. It's pretty cool. You'll see. So we have the light selected, and on the object constraint properties, we can go and add a damped track. And this damped track, our target, is going to be our empty. And we want track axis -Z. You see now it's focusing on our empty axis here, and if you move it around, the light's always going to focus or follow it. Pretty cool. So maybe you want to put the light somewhere over here. Yeah, and then want to move the light as well. This, I don't want to make it bigger, I just want to move it for now. So we have one light coming from the top. It's really disorientating right now because our camera it's facing down on this, and so basically this is top, this is front, bottom, back. It's weird, but you're gonna get the hang of it. It's not that hard. So just focus out, just place our light there. Keep saying focus. So place our light there, and I want to duplicate this light and move it behind, oh, in front, sorry, in front of it, like this, and then scale it up until it's covering the entire screen. And with this, we are basically done with our lighting. So what we now do is we can hop into rendered mode. Do that, and we're in Eevee. I forgot. Keep forgetting to change my render engine. So go here, Eevee, Octane, and start rendering. Boom, there we go. That looks cool. And I'll turn off my power here. Power off my actual light source, the world. And I'll make a material for this. So material, this is really easy. It's just a straight up I'll call this material main. And this is literally straight up just a metal material. That's it. Boom. Put the metal on it. You're done. And also, switching the kernel type to direct lighting is going to make it look a lot better. So, no, did it change to direct lighting? It wasn't direct lighting. I'm retarded. Put it to path trace. There we go. There you go. You will definitely see a difference between path trace and direct lighting, because path tracing it's like ray tracing if you've ever heard of it. So right here, take this light, put it up a bit, so we're getting a little bit of light on there. So we're getting a little bit of light on the back here. Yeah, okay, that looks cool. Now we can start coloring our lights. So we just click on our light here. Got a render mode. Click on the light in the middle. Go down to this light bulb. Click on use nodes. Texture emission. I'll exchange this with a black body emission. And then I'll take a RGB spectrum. And some people ask me how I pull up this quick menu right here. It's really easy. Like everything. You do it with Shift A and S to search, and then you can just type in whatever you want. So here, we start coloring our light, and we need render mode for this because I want to see how my light looks. So our lights will go really bright if we do this. I'm just quickly do this on this one too. Click type, black body emission, and a RGB spectrum. That is a round edge. I don't want that RGB spectrum. There we go. So plug that in, and you'll see our scene will go ham in brightness. To fix that, we can press surface brightness on both of them and turn the power down to like 2. I know it sounds ridiculous, but 2 is the way to go. You see how 2 is still like kind of powerful, so you might even want to go lower. That's still really bright. 0.5. 5 maybe. 0.5 doing it. 0.5. That's still too bright. 0.25. Yeah, 0.25 is the way to go. 0.25. There we go. That is, yeah, that is good light. So right here, I just want to change the color of these lights to make it look cool. And this, I actually hit a pretty good color here right away. This looks cool. And then the top light here, maybe we can make this like blue or something. Orange. To orange. That looks cool. I'm actually really sad. I'm actually pretty satisfied with this. Looks cool. Yeah. So that was fast. We got a really good light setup really fast. So what I'm going to do is just create another empty here and move this empty to where I want to focus on. This is the last thing we really want to add. So I want to focus on this point right there exactly. Scale it down. That's just, yeah, there's no reason for scaling it down, but that is just for keeping it compact. It's tidy looking. So here, I want to focus on. Move it exactly onto the surface. There we go. And I want to go to my camera and go to autofocus, turn that off, go here, and this is empty 2. Yeah, it's empty 2. Is it? Yeah, empty 2. So click on that, and also change, not change, but turn on Octane Camera Imager. And this is going to affect how your scene is going to look immensely. So this might just look completely different. Yeah, you see, it just looks completely different now. And we can turn up the exposure a bit, and our gamma, we can turn our gamma down a bit, for example. Wow, it looks pretty cool. Gamma at like 0.75. Grading in Octane is just so fun. That looks cool. Maybe our exposure a little bit more up, and our gamma, that, no, keeping it down looks really cool, like that. Ooh, I really like that. And also turn on neutral response. And as always, Octane post-processing. That's just, you don't put that on, you're just not a good user of Octane, I guess. Because it just adds so much to the scene. It's ridiculous how much it adds to the scene. And just like that, we have a really nice scene. And I just want to play around with the aperture here because we're not getting any focusing. Ooh, yes, there we go. We're getting focusing now. Much. That is pretty good. That is some good focusing right there. Ooh, yes. That looks so good. Okay, guys, this was it, and yeah, that's the render. It's done. So let's see here. That looks cool. You could definitely add more detail on these pipes, like make them more complex, more intersected, interlaced, or however you call it. I'm not sure right now. But yeah, you probably know what I mean. So I'll actually turn up the subdivision for the render. Do not turn it up in the viewport because they'll make problems. I guess. Like it's gonna slow your computer down immensely. So I'll put it to 2 in the render. And yeah, it's looking so cool. It's looking so like clean. I usually in the render and the samples here, I usually go for 2500. And yeah, I have a really fast computer, so it's fine for me, but I don't know, it could take ages on your computer, on your machine. I'm not sure what system you have, so I don't know. I'm not Jesus. Okay, so we have it right here. It's done. Our samples, path trace, and yeah, I usually keep this because I usually use my things here, my renders as a thumbnail. And I'll shut up now. We'll just render this, and I hope you guys liked it. Smash that like button, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Patreon, subscribe if you're interested. This project file right here is going to be on this project file is going to be on Patreon, like all the other ones that I've ever made tutorials on. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Stay creative.